How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Level M Diecast, talking some MiniGT action today, getting around to finally cutting open one of these box sets. I've had this Lancia set for a little bit, so a little bit behind schedule. Before we crack the box, we're going to cover just a couple of MiniGTs we've already seen. This is the first one that was released. This is number 300. That is the Delta HF Integral Evolution Martini Racing. This one is just blank. There's no numbers or anything like that. No specific race or anything like that. Does have a plate on the back. A little bit of plate detail. Looks pretty good. Other than that, it's just a very straightforward model. There is a spare tire in there, which looks pretty good. You can see that down in there. So pretty good MiniGT quality. So that's where the first Lancia started. And then, of course, we got a secondary one. This one is for the 1992 Rally 1000 Lakes winner. This is number 3. Unit number 322, or MiniGT number 322. The unit number is number 3. See, this one is all decked up with all the sponsorships, all that good stuff like that. Looks pretty good. Basically the exact same one that we saw the first time there, just with all the sponsorships and stuff on it. So kind of like what would happen once it was put into racing. I think that's kind of a cool look to that. Now they have released this particular box set. This is a 4-car set. This comes with 4 separate models in here. These are the models we're going to take a look at: 455, 456, 457, and 458. So you do have your 1992 Rally Monte Carlo winner number 4. And then you have your winner number 4 dirty version, your Rally Monte Carlo number 1, and Rally Monte Carlo number 11. Now, interestingly, I think it's 455. That's also been released individually. So if you don't want to get the box set, you can still pick up that particular one. I guess they figured if you still want to have the Rally winner, but you don't want the rest of the Lancias, if you don't really care for the rest of them, then there you go. That is not what I paid for this, but that is a relatively high-end retail cost for this. It'll be anywhere between $49.99 and $59.99 is what it retails for. So breaks down to about the same average cost per MiniGT model as if you buy them individually. So the top just slides off. So just like that, nothing fancy, just a paperboard box. But it looks pretty good. I like that it's all nice and dull. It's not like super shiny for a change, which is pretty good look, I think. There is your mix of cars in there. Of course, your Monte Carlo winner number 4, and then your Monte Carlo winner number 4 dirty, your Monte Carlo number 1, and then Monte Carlo number 11. They are all 4 different models, so you just dump them out, so to speak. They set in there very, very tightly. There is nothing else in the box. No paperwork, no pamphlets, no nothing like that. So we'll just close the box back up. So we will go through these in number order. We will start with number 455. Again, these are sealed up, just like every other MiniGT is sealed up. So hopefully these, shrink wrap will cooperate with us a little bit just to get them open. Now these have some new tooling parts. You'll see that there is that additional piece on the front wheel. That is something we haven't seen on the first 2 releases. So that will be a new addition. So we will slide this out. So it does say HF on this side of the box, which I think is pretty cool. With a elephant, I'm sure that there is some significance to that particular elephant. This is our new version here. This is the Rally Monte Carlo winner. This is number 4. This one looks pretty good. I do like that wheel attachment piece that's on there. That is just attached to the outside of the wheel. I'm sure there is some specificness for that, maybe brake cooling or something to that effect. But that looks pretty cool. You see they're pretty wide. They look good. The details on the MiniGT model here looks pretty good. Normally we put these on the rotator, guys, so it's a little bit different for us to kind of showcase them by hand. But this one looks good. All the same details that we've already seen. Really the only thing new is that new additional piece for the front wheel. Still got all that really good MiniGT quality as you'd expect. And of course made in China, like they always are. So what we'll do is we'll put the plastic back in the box. Get the box closed back up so that we can keep them on display. Put that guy out there. All right, we will move into number 456. This, of course, is the dirty version. Now, I will say that I have heard a lot of qualms from people that the dirty version has been not very dirty per se. The spray for the quote-unquote dirt has not turned out all that well. It looks fantastic on the box, so we are going to see if that transitions to the actual in-hand model. I certainly hope it does, because I think it looks really, really good on the card art. So I'll pull this out of here. That looks even better than the card art. Wow, look at that. Look at that. That looks fantastic. That is pretty good. I mean, MiniGT did a fantastic job. That looks extremely realistic. The only thing that I have the qualm on is this wheel cover is completely clean, but man, that dirt looks fantastic. That looks very, very realistic. Very, very nice. That is very impressive. I'm pretty impressed on that. That looks good. That looks really, really good, even all the way up onto the spoiler there. That's pretty good. The other side's interesting. So this is the way it looks like to me, this is ridiculous. So it looks like they have a set pattern, so they will take the sprayer to go across. The sprayer's designed to be a little bit thicker on the front side. They basically ran the same program on the back side, but then now it gets sprayed on the opposite side. So if they have the same program running on both sides of the sprayer, that is not good. I don't like that at all. I don't like the fact that it's like that in the back, because that's highly unlikely. That's extremely unrealistic that it would be like that. If anything, it would be just as dirty up here as it is back here. So maybe that's probably more so what I think the qualm is kind of the uneven printing and stuff like that of the dirt. But I think this side looks fantastic. I think it looks awesome. I absolutely love that. It looks fantastic. Doesn't look like there is a spare tire inside this one, so maybe there was a difference between this release and this race version and the other race version that we looked at. So just kind of interesting not to see a spare tire in there. I was taking a peek. So we'll get our box closed up for number 456, which is a pretty tight fit. We'll get our dirty one on there. Looks pretty good sitting there. It looks okay. All right, 457. This is pretty much the exact same one as we started with. This is just number 4 rather than, or I'm sorry, number 1 rather than number 4. Which is unfortunate, but that's just the way it was. The rally teams ran several cars. We just so happened to be number 4 being the winner. So we'll get the plastic off of this one. Get the box. I love the fact that they don't use those cut flaps anymore, by the way. I talk about this all the time. It's my favorite thing that MiniGT has moved to is these boxes that don't have those ugly, ugly flaps. So I'm super happy about that. So we'll pull this guy out of here. Again, really not going to see much difference between this. Just pretty much a number change. You know, maybe some sponsorship changes here and there. You do have the Michelin Man on there, which looks pretty good. I do like this model a lot. I think it is a fantastic addition. I mean, MiniGT doing rally cars is just awesome. It's just awesome. There is the details on the front. You can see those wheel covers stick out pretty good. They are a little bit inconsistent between the two, but I'm sure they're probably added on there by hand, those particular pieces. The rest of this is probably pretty straightforward. But there's the details. Different plate on this one, so they're not the same plates. Because as far as I know, rally cars still have to have plates on them because they're still running on public roads. But I'm not exactly entirely sure on that. But I am fairly certain they still have to be plated at the very least. So we'll push that guy over there, throw him down there. And then, of course, the last one, again, unfortunately, not a whole lot probably going to be seen with this one just because it's just another number. See if I can get the box to cooperate. There we go. Make sure that we don't damage the box. The box set is extremely expensive to try to replace. Very, very expensive for these box sets, by the way. But realistically, I mean, they basically break down to the same cost as a normal model. But I guess you just have to be a completionist like myself to want to get so many different versions. All right, so there is number 11. Again, you know, it almost looks like we've been looking at the same car for the last, 6 cars total we've been looking at. with the exception of that very first one, which was just blank. But they are different. You know, they're different drivers, different numbers. I think it looks good. I think the box set's a fantastic idea. I think it's a fantastic addition. Rather than them trying to spread out these releases over, you know, a year or so more to get all of these out there. But this looks pretty good. Nothing fancy on the base. Pretty well detailed, though. You don't always get the super details on the base, but of course, you know, they do roll. Everybody always wonders if MiniGT rolls. Yes, they do roll. The front axle doesn't roll as well as the back axle, but they roll. They definitely roll. So we'll pop this guy in there. Close up the box to make our number 458. So there you go. There is the Lancia Rally box set. 55, 56, 57, and 58. Rolling out, closing it out. Not really sure how many more box sets they got planned in the future, but we'll take this one. This one's pretty cool. This one's pretty cool. They also released a tent set, and there's also a Land Rover with the Martini deco on it and a set of figurines. So if you want to get ridiculous with your Martini Lancias, MiniGT's got your back for sure. But anyways, we're going to roll out. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for checking that out. Catch you on the next one. Level M. Peace!